All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Rich. We are on season 17 of the iPhone, and to me, this is like the most complete one they released with a base MSRP of $829, federally issued, fully sanctioned American dollars. This is pretty good. There's a lot more personality to the 17 this year, especially with this color here. They got it in mist blue, they call it. I think it's a really fun color while looking very low key when you still need it. But we're not here to talk about all the fun colors. You're here to see what I have to think about this phone. So yes, I think this is the best iPhone they made in the recent years compared to the last base models for a few reasons. One, they finally upgraded the display, like bumping us up to 120 hertz refresh rate. I think a bunch of us tech creators kind of complained and they finally listened. We got a slightly bigger screen and an always on display. Both the cameras got a slight upgrade too, which I'll talk about in a bit, and charging and battery as well. I mean, those are the key points for me. I think more than ever, it's really easy for me to recommend this phone to family and friends and tell you guys why you may want to get this as opposed to the Air or the Pros. I think the base model is finally great again, so let's get right into it. But first, I ran a quick 8-hour battery drain test against the 16E. Both phones were at a max brightness, and after 2 hours video playback, the 16E was at 89%, while the 17 was at 87%. So the 17 drained about 2% more. Then I kicked it up a notch and ran Minecraft in the background for about an hour and 20 minutes. At that point, the 16E was sitting at 60% and the 17 at 65%. After roughly 5 hours of mixed use, the 16E dropped to 36%, while the 17 held at 49%. For all my FaceTime addicts, I also added a 2.5-hour FaceTime video call. The 17 died at a total of 7 hours and 30 minutes of on-screen time, which was okay. It also stayed pretty cool the entire time, around 32 degrees Celsius, which is solid. Charging is better now too. It takes up to 40 watts wired and 25 with Magsafe. Big deal for nerds like me, but the average person won't notice it. Whatever it is, it's still just faster. And eventually, you're looking at roughly an hour to hit 80%. I think I need a bigger table. Also, the homies from Charge sent over these PowerBanks. These are the Aero Mags. Not sponsored, by the way. I just really like these a lot. For the iPhone 17s, they just make sense. They come in at 5,000 and 10,000 milliamp cell. So whether you just need a full recharge or want the extra cushion for the day, you're basically covered without carrying around a huge brick. The design is what honestly sold me. It's got this smooth gray gradient, super slim, snaps on clean, and doesn't ruin the whole iPhone 17 aesthetic. It actually complements it. Like, just look at this, you just boom, put it in, starts charging. It's really thin too. Like, wow. This is the 5,000 one, but if you want the 10,000 one, which is just a little bit chunkier, which is fine, it'll work just like that too. But yeah, you can like put it in your pockets, just slip it in. If your friend needs a quick recharge, just wapow, wapow, just bring it out, give them a battery pack, just boom, you're ready to go. All right, so let's talk about the display and design. So I'm really glad this year that they bumped it up by 0.2 inches in screen real estate. The 16 came at 6.1 inches, while the 17 is at 6.3. Whoa. And yes, we also do finally have 120 hertz refresh rate, which, thank goodness gracious. For you tech nerds out there, you'll know what I mean. This is great. And yes, I feel like many of us in the tech community were just complaining about, how come the base model iPhones don't have this? We had such a sluggish screen. You could only get 120 hertz if you had the Pro models instead. Samsung and Huawei, Xiaomi, Google, they've had this already. And if you don't know what 120 hertz means, well, it's okay. Just think of it like a flipbook. 60 hertz screen, which is all the iPhone base models before, flipped around 60 pages a second, while a 120 hertz screen flips the book around 120 pages a second. So everything just looks smoother and faster, less blurry. Motion is really, really smooth. I can't really show it here on camera. You just have to see it through this UFO test, which I got going on. But yeah, the 16E just looks laggier. Everything like the 15, 14, 13 iPhones is, yeah. But yeah, it's great all around for media consumption, YouTube and gaming. Typical brightness is around 1,000 nits, and when you're outside where the sun's laser beams are just pointing straight down at it, it can get to a maximum of 3,000. And the aluminum frame keeps the weight down at a decent 177 grams or 0.39 pounds when you pick it up. And you'll notice it's just really balanced. Like, holding it doesn't feel like it's any lopsided, even with the camera bump here. I think it fits really well in the hand, and calling, FaceTime, all that, it's really nice, But yeah, the camera bump is pretty obtrusive. If you put it down on the table, you can kind of see it wobble a bit. Sometimes when I'm like on my PC or like texting a friend, I'm like doing this. It's a little bit annoying, but it does kind of rock back and forth without a case. Speaking about cases, you should definitely get one because they added the ceramic shield too, which says it's 2 or 3 times more scratch resistant, which I believe, but you should definitely be careful with the matte finish on the back because it can scratch a little easier than you think. I have it pointed at the light here. You can kind of see this little Magsafe ring that I use to charge it, as well as a scratch that I'm not sure where I got this from. I tried rubbing it around, but I can't get it off. Just be careful. Anyways, it still got the IP68 water and dust resistant rating. Still has that same camera control button on the side, which Apple has been very quiet about. To me, this is nothing more than just a physical camera launch notch without having to hold down on the screen anymore. So, I mean, I'm just trying to look at positively here. I kind of like it still. I think it has a very nice ease of use. The 17 also has a hybrid stereo speaker setup, offering very good, deep, and balanced sounds. Unlike the iPhone Air I reviewed last month, it works loud enough to play music in the shower and FaceTime call your friends while cooking some food in the kitchen. I'm really impressed with the sound quality. I think it's good. No screeching, no tinning, and you can play music wherever you're at. All right, the camera is something I also want to talk about here too, so don't let me forget. There's only 2 lenses, an ultra wide and a main camera. No telephoto. We're only using optical zoom on here, which is fine. The newest upgrade we got this year is the 18 megapixel selfie camera though. Better yet, a new multi-aspect square sensor, which is actually really useful for taking selfies with your friends and want to capture that wide angle shot without having to rotate the phone around. I find myself using this much more than I would expect. And honestly, this is a cool upgrade. It comes out as a full res photo. You can crop it out later after. But if you have a bunch of friends or other people come into the frame, I don't have anyone with me right now. So I just pulled up a selfie of myself on another phone and it'll automatically reframe the camera to the group without you having to rotate the phone at all. So I think this is neat. You also have the new dual capture feature where if you swipe up from the video tab, you can record with both the front and back cameras at the same time. And this is neat if you want to record your reaction to the places you're at. This isn't something new. I mean, other companies like Samsung have been doing this for years now. What sucks though is once you record, you can't really move your selfie anymore. It's kind of already baked into the video. I also thought it would have been way more cool if you can continue to move that camera feed around after you record, because maybe you realize you're blocking an important part of the frame or something. On the back, the ultra wide now can push up to a potential 48 megapixels, and on paper it doesn't look like a massive jump if you're coming from a 12 megapixel lens, but the real world difference is there. Way better dynamic range, sharper detail, and just makes everyday shots look cleaner. It's been great for filming my friends, grabbing quick clips, and all that good stuff. Night mode also feels more natural too. Photos aren't over sharpened like some phones love to do it, but here I think it's nice. It still pulls a surprising amount of detail out of dark scenes. Basically, the base iPhone 17 camera is strong enough that most people won't feel like they're missing anything. And I think 2 cameras is a perfect sweet spot for a phone at this price range at a base model. Otherwise, in terms of performance and connectivity, we're still on Qualcomm's X80 modem, no C1 chip like the 16E or the Air, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6. Geekbench scores come in at a competitive 3,600 for single core and 9,100 for multi-core. But let's be real here, who really cares about the Geekbench scores? I mean, I just put it up anyways if you guys want to take a look at them too. I did run it on this, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys do care about that. All right, so you're probably gonna hear my final verdict on what I think about this thing. Here's the thing. When a base model phone like this gets really good, it starts to make the Pro version harder to justify. We've seen that happen with other phones before, but with the 17 here, it's in full effect. This phone is really legit, so why would you want to spend another $300 for a Pro? At this point, you got to think, like, what are you really missing? On the Pro, you're gonna get a vapor chamber, a telephoto lens, slightly bigger screen. That's essentially it for the average consumer. I think the Pro phones finally fit the name of a Pro because that's what pros are looking for, such as a stronger CPU and GPU, better sustained performance for long gaming sessions, FaceTime video calls and all that, better LiDAR autofocus, ProRes video recording. Some of these things the average person will probably never touch, but all comes at a cost of a heavier phone. I mean, this thing is already really light, really good to take it out. The Pros, it's just a little too heavy for me, man. I don't know. So unless you're actually doing pro level work or you just really, you know, want the pro features of that phone, go with those instead. Otherwise, I think this is the play of the game for most people. Honestly, for me too. I don't think there's a real reason to spend the extra money for that. I think this is a phone that makes sense for most people already, and they got a bunch of cool colorways too. I mean, this one, Mist Blue, is my favorite, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I think it's priced just right. Not as ridiculous as the iPhone Air. But yeah, tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. Am I missing anything from this review? Do you guys think this is the best iPhone base model they released yet? Is it finally great again? Shoot them down. I read all of your comments, so don't think that I'm not. Let's get it cooking. I want to see a community down there. So, but yeah, that's all I got for today's video, guys. Until then, it's Rich me, signing off. Yeah.